she had two jobs. During the day, she had a full-time job at a pharmaceutical company. There she worked with another woman named Debbie. Debbie was like the daughter, an additional daughter for this woman. The owner's name was Pat, so we can keep everybody straight. Debbie was tired of seeing Pat living like this. If you can see it all, this video is how she was living. It was terrible. So Debbie contacted a friend of mine who's a mortgage broker and asked if he could help. He knew what I did. He called me. I called Pat. Debbie and I sat down and had a conversation. I very slowly built a relationship with Pat to get her to the point where she trusted me. I met her daughter, and we negotiated a price. Our original offer for this property was $60,000. She countered at $78,000. We agreed at $75,000, which was the number that Chip is Bob and I's other partner. Chip and I had decided that's what we would go to, was $75,000, and she was thrilled. When her counteroffer was $78,000 and we come in $3,000 below it, she was extremely happy. Her daughter liked us right off the bat, realized we weren't trying to take advantage of Pat. On my second meeting with her, I sat down with her with a rehab budget using retail numbers. It's kind of the numbers that she would have had to use if she decided to fix up the house herself. My numbers came to almost $190,000 as a rehab, and I really didn't even include a general contractor in that. So another 5 to 10% for a general contractor. When I put those numbers in front of her, didn't shock her a bit. She kind of nodded her head and she says, yeah, that's about what I expected. So if you think about it, if she sold it for $375,000, if she put $200,000 into it, plus the $15,000 she owed on her mortgage, plus 6% to a broker, plus interest because she'd have to get the money from somewhere, which would have been a challenge for her because no appraiser would have given her a home equity loan on this house in the condition it was in. By the time she was said and done, she wouldn't have made any more than the $60,000 that she profited off of us. And with us, we told her, leave anything you want, take whatever you want, anything you don't want, we'll take care of. And so all she had to do was fly her son in from Portland. They packed up her car and drove it back to Portland, and she was done. She walked away. She handed me the keys. So it couldn't have been any easier for her to go this route. So this is a great lesson to everybody out there. It's not always about money. And I tell people this story about this house. They're like, well, how could she sell it for $75,000? Well, for her, we were solving her problem. She still made a nice chunk of change on it, and she could wash her hands of the whole thing, and it was very simple for her. So, and it's a win for her, it's a win for us, it's a win for all the contractors we're going to put to work on this house, it's a win for the family we're going to put in this house when it's done, it's a win for the neighborhood because she obviously was letting this house go for it to get this bad. So it's wins all around. That's what we're all about. That's what this organization teaches you, is that if you learn how to do real estate the right way, you can make everybody win.
Can you talk about the financing?
Sure. This is an equity deal. So we raised $265,000 for the acquisition and rehab. We were selling the shares, so to speak, or the
Units.
Units, yeah, units is a good word for that because it's not shares. But for $26,500, and we had 10 units to sell. We were funded relatively quickly, and we're projecting, what do we say, 17%?
17 to 22.
17 to 22% interest to our investors.
Wow.
So it's a fantastic, it's fantastic numbers.
So everybody's really winning.
Yes, absolutely. I guess I forgot that win too.
Win, win,
That
win.
Investors are going to win. So we, and that was projected over a year, and we probably won't.
Right.
We won't. Even though feels like it's dragging here at the beginning, it won't be a year. We'll be out of here, and we'll be done in 3 to 4 months with the rehab, and it'll be sold almost immediately, I'm sure.
When did you acquire this one, Jim?
When did we take possession? We took possession in April,
Yes.
but I started negotiations in September. So it was very difficult for this woman to part with her house. She was, even as bad as it is, she didn't want to leave.
Okay, so that was this is a fix and flip property tour, and just trying to show the front of the property here. The outside.
Well, I do both. I do flipping, I do buy and hold. I do both.
Oh, no, what Dave is talking about when he asked you about becoming a real estate agent.
Oh, an agent. You don't want to be an agent. Right. But I just want to learn the real estate.
Right.
I'm making 50 grand. They're making
You know, that's all right. No, we're going to be coming to a